Why am I not able to... Oh, I have to kill Titan first. Ah! Oh, let's read this out. By all accounts, the primal Titan is a dire threat to the people who live in Southern Mensa. If we will face the Lord of Crags and continue our historic research, you must continue to travel to the Maritime Nation and join a primal hunting expedition. There's little point in beginning asteroids for Earth until you have bathed your ether releasing Titan's defeat. That's... okay, that makes sense. In that case... Should do some of these side quests. I make it no secret about my disinclination towards Gridanians, as you may know. I just saw a rare sight I would be remiss not to share with a fellow adventurer. Just over yonder in Acorn Orchard, I saw a comely maiden, new to these benighted parts, I'd wager, dancing with a gaggle of younglings. Twilight dance I've not seen before, and I've seen my fair share. Do they perhaps ready themselves for some fresh rite? After so much doom and gloom, I wouldn't mind a day of merrymaking. I just thought I'd say it to me. Would you see what it's all about? A day of merrymaking? Is that all you adventurers think about? I am here to teach, my dear fellow. From me, these younglings are to learn a most sacred, meaningful, and uniquely uplifting dance. Now, I realize full well that tradition might not hold up that allure for the young, but I didn't think they would up and run away. This manner of disobedience is unprecedented. It's all the more surprising considering they obeyed their terror master without demur. Lord, I wouldn't give to no secrets, but I must wait here until for my unruly charges. I wonder, though, why don't you ask the man how he tamed them? Another green adventure come to both sides. Apparently, speak your mind, child. So the younglings will not heed the dancing master, and I am to provide the solution. Master, Edith seems able enough, but having no generosity for himself, she has none for her charges. Give the younglings these her on her behalf, and bid them return to her lesson.
stuck in an animation lock there. Where are we going?
scoop with both hands, then look left, up, right, down. What's it? Up, down, left, right, left, right. I wish it would let me take notes. Oh, why? This is maple. This was maple. Ha! Master Biagin would tell you of the grain of it almost not flows, like syrup. Someday I'll be a timber master like him. Once we go back to Mr. Edith's class, doesn't he? He always tells us that if you can chew a piece of wood, there's no excuse for not treating yourself. Alright, I'm going. I'm surprised it didn't drop me back outside of the dungeon. But I don't want to be a dancer. Why can't we just play? I mean, I guess we could dance for fun, but I don't think Mistress Edith knows how. She's so uptight. Is this one of the Master Biagin's sport toys? Does this mean there's no more if I go back to class? I'm on my way. Hurry off because it's boring. How much Mistress Edith says is how we're doing it wrong. Hey, that's one of Master Biagin's. If this is supposed to be a bribe, then you got yourself a deal, adventuring man. Well, I don't know what sorcery you worked, but the younglies are back. I do believe we reached an accommodation. So it seemed I was stricter than I imagined, and loosening up a bit has made a great difference. The dance is for the Feast of the Harvest, to give thanks to Nafika and the elementals. There must be no aggression in this dance, unless the matron be angry. It is very, very important. I do realize I haven't made the best first impression, having you fetch my students for me. To make it up to you, will you let me show you the dance? Think of it as a peace offering. Why, you are born dancing, dear sir. And so say we, and so say we. Comes a sailor from the seas, to show the laddies how it's done, and so say we, so say we. Sing to sax as you remember, shiver shiver me timbers, and so say we, so say we. Pushing the actual melody. Oh, gods no, Master Biagin, what have you done? You brought a weapon to the sacred dance. My matron forgive us, we are surely doomed. Master Biagin, you scared off, we were having fun. Dear Master Biagin, wasn't that a sailor song? How do you know it? Never mind how I know. More to the point, what could have troubled Mistress Edith so? You did. He said we were supposed to be peaceful or the elementals would be upset. You know how uptight she gets. The course of her relationships never does run smooth, child. You will all discover this in time. Ooh, this is nice and foggy. Eastern. Oh, there's gonna be nothing here.
Goodly Uplander has stinks of gobby folk. Fighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brave Flock's happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to cover Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat, special made with secret gobby yards. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brave Flock's every say. Longstop is home of Gobby Flock, crafty built by Gobby hands. Then Friday Beast comes and claims Longstop as lair. Flock's Friday Fox cannot abide. Friday Fox and Gobby Flock backtakes with Uplander hand in letting.
I gather you saw Bray Fox's little bro. By that gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging by the smell, it should be quite flavorful. How's it made? Ah, it's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they used. They're not bad, let's get them. Bravo, Amkip. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I just know the person to ask. Make your way up to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another member of the former member of the company. All you have to do is give them this order slip. They'll take care of the rest. Well, if you're wondering if this is merely a play to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. While you're there, give Shamani my regards. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventure, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order, let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. For paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is the offer, also the unmistakable order of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gagaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Gears White and his crew can be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on adventure. Ah, perhaps you are confused. The display section was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he's forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You've only wished to discuss Wayne, I suspect. Oh, I didn't realize he was blind. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient. I must keep my staff as wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Berglant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Wilbert. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must beg assistance. Even an experienced connoisseur can be misled by an elaborate label and elegant packaging. I, on the other hand, have no choice but to focus on the taste and texture of the wine itself. Ironic it is that I once considered my greatest weakness has become my greatest asset. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted wine. Swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. A neophyte bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend are the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve your goober urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. I take it he said no. Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say I'm surprised. There was no denying his passionate skill. The wine baron of Limps and Limits is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Vineport can furnish us with this suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I would guarantee you this would not be a problem. Unless the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say the grapes are poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vineyards of Vineport crossbred several species to produce a grape-bearing vine of never before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once at the pride of the town, and as they used to be, produced vintages that surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, and most favorable for all wines. Yet, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves, transcended my mortal flesh, and was one with all creation. But as is also often said, the climate had changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. But little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If you cannot convince Bergland to part with one of his wines, the next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vineyards tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you can start by speaking with them. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. Never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. You used to have a cellar filled with this stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. No luck? Most regrettable, but we had to try. Ah, Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. I must confess my certitude being due partner of personal histories with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan bounded me in our battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell in a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized that there was so much I could experience, even in my condition. Help me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that the wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may forever be lost to us. This talk of Bacchus wine has made me that nostalgic. Indeed, there's much I miss about my life in the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I cannot bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor to ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me find a new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you would deliver it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works in the rain catching gully dock, so perhaps Ritzkill can tell you where to find him. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gil when we need him an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I'm sure as hell don't ask. When the man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Steroid String. What do you want? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep with the midges. The buzzing. It keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Oh, that's probably the most aggravating kill quest so far. not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. Even after my comrades did what I did for your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Nailstorm caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... No one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands, and just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasting jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shamani for that wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Early day in my red mantis falls, I collected sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for Bubel's dimes, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope you do one day to do the same. It's been a long time, but I can't. But do you have news? Do you have your address? Ah, yes. As I recall, he did have some knowledge of winemaking. Simplistic but nonetheless effective method of utilizing the natural properties of palm sap. She often enjoyed this batch before it spoils. We're also different, Jess and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let the scars define us. I worry he's been so alone with his thoughts for far too long. I just passed on my paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after me. By the gods! Amkip, listen! I know you're eager to wash your hands for the wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about just palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but I'm certain. These are leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Fugoli, the legendary vine still grows. If we obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. You must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. Found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. Saw fresh goo-goo tracks, though. Maybe one of the leaves came from the wagons going back on one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some goobas are more territorial than others. You may have to defend yourself. What did Dress have to say, Amkip? Tell me everything. Ah, I was right. Smell the texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard you talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe a commoner adventurer in an office vintner could... 12 as my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? You would offer this to me. Why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bjorkland. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of wine sports legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you need... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the center of this label, it couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus. It's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was a crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gegaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Amkip. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Waistcat. Well, yes. I would very like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith one day that I shall have an opportunity to taste perfection. Greetings. I thought it fitting to seek you out and offer my gratitude for all you've accomplished. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? 7 hells. A 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Amkip. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feat Kelsidasaw has seen in years. Seeing what lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived not so a while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her the banquet's about to begin. Please conduct yourself particularly well. You have the look of a man who has been to the 7th hell and back. That, I guess, should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honor. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have been accepted with a lot less grace. Lady Estella, Sir Wol. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly aware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, you must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running to the length and breadth of this area for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Amkip has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, that's fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to live lives for a righteous cause, but are all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of helpless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Tide is not one to be challenged lightly, and it will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. which is why the five of you deigned to test Amkip with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He's willingly walking through the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as a child, any child of his size, struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Amkip, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side.
Really? Uplander is talented plans maker. Tricksy foe for mighty rockman.
I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenge. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Amkip Wol, and write a new chapter in the history of Heroes. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Amkip Wol, Titan's Bane. Amkip Wol, Titan's Bane! It has been too long since I last set foot outside of Forgotten Springs, passing times with old friends and old wine. Aye, today is a good day indeed.
Tasty first treats a plentiful belly of flavors.
Feels wonderful to be with others again. I wish this day would never end. Seeing everyone like this again brings back such fond memories. I wonder if any of them could be interested in reforming the company. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Sometimes I question if opening the Flying Shark was the right decision. But I wasn't vowing and scraping to want some protection to Old Dawn Merchant. I reckon I'd be doing the same to Count de Zemel. That may have suited my father and grandfather, but I have aspirations for a better life. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In a brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fitting nature, and craft the heavens in celebration. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Limitsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond this chamber. Think of only the men and women at your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory is ever achieved alone.
Goodly Uplander must face mighty rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbly flock cannot be coming to rescue this time.
Keep you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Lionel sends his regards. Bella's in Ryan is quite the dashing rogue. Any chance you could show, sweet? Oh man, that'd be fun. You are veteran in countless battles, Amkip. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Tide will struggle to break you, I think. You were kind to indulge them, Amkip. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. Do not deny they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have not all but pronounced you the victor, the battle of the Titans yet begun. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake and apartment Linosea. There will meet with Real, another man who wants to serve with the company. To ensure that his knowledge does not fall in the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you've given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this fourth location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risk inherent in our method. Fast run speed here. Who goes there? Hey, don't tell me. You've come to help old Evelyn dig for buried treasures. I'll have you know, I'm just faring just fine by myself. Just look at the beauty over there. Not that I can blame you for being jealous over my vast riches. Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous today. So here's the deal. I'll give you the honor of opening my latest discovery. That's right. For one precious moment, you can walk in the shows of Ilvine. Treasure hunter. Extraordinaire. Go on now. Casket won't buy it nothing. Seven hells! Where did those nasty buggers come from? Why, if I had my trusty pickaxe with me, I'd split their skulls clean. Two. Where did in the world those things go? Anyway. What's this? Look, all the old ones had the finest heroes it has to offer, from Drowning Wench to Biscuits and Druthers. Ain't seen anything like Great Rigot's gut. It's a trap, that's what it was. Opening the casket shattered this here bottle, and this foul slop poured out, luring the basking buggers with its stink. Told you to be more careful. Now hand over the loot. I've opened the casket, but 'twas the old one that did the dirty work. Was that's it? You gave me everything? Well, I got more last time I sold me undergarments for grog money. You had anything for me, are you? Well, it looks like we've got no choice. We've got to go out searching a bigger and better treasure. Not the same treasure, of course. I can't hold your hand forever. So sit back and let old Eli impart to you proper trove of knowledge and treasure hunter. Firstly, find yourself a map. You have a map, you decipher it. Means you look for a nice and good like. Then once you figured out where your treasure's hiding, you go there and dig it up. Sounds simple enough. Say? Ha! I might make it look easy. I can show you it ain't. Hey, treasure hunter demands sharp eyes and a sharper mind. And don't be discouraged. Own your skills like old Ilwine, and treasures are sure to follow. Excuse me. Throat's feeling dry. This one will buy me a swig of the wench's cheapest grog. What's a man to do his sorrows? Greetings, mate. You might be the one the captain would say would call calling. I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explained myself twice. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get Titan, one of us scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetherite, see? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an amplified Aetherite which has been claimed by Beast Tribe. Lest you wonder, there's no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those you have used on countless occasions, Amkip. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlatan lass, welcome back. Forgive me for my interrupting. I plan to wait for your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels underneath Ungamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate is a mystery I've long pondered. Ah, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that got us thinking. I mean, Ungamoro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? And getting around a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even then, if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Ungamoro, you would need to attune yourself to them before you could identify the signatures within the light stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had the Charlatan book to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing that the Charlatan scholar worth their salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Looking at beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible. The Aetherites in question happen to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to set beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible in theory, at least. Yeah, I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether I am not worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't you all go to Zelma's Run and take a close look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle mine. So this is the Aetherite the company used to gain access to Titan Sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, the Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use it in my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. Seems to have to proceed without me, Amkip. I must needs remain here and supplement the beacon's power. Thus you mean denied your only path of escape. Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With that effort, it is possible I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal to thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, Let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you'll find there, so stint not in your preparation. MS needs to remain here to ensure you have a means of egress. As I told you, we have no way of knowing what awaits you at the beacon. So be sure to prepare yourself prior to departing.